Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reacting to Anne Rice's Mayfair Witches trailer. I saw this pop up the other day, and so I've seen it, but I wanted to just sort of go through it again, react to it, and talk about some of the people that are in it. Not really a breakdown because I'm not familiar with this property. I've watched some other Anne Rice stuff before. You know, Interview with a Vampire pops to mind, but that's about it. And actually, I've seen this trailer and it does look pretty interesting. So without further ado, let's get into it and start watching.
Do you know this place?
It's the old Mayfair house.
What do you know about it?
Murders, disappearances.
So right off the bat, like looking at it, a very Victorian-esque home. Love the design of it. It has the feel, like, have you ever been to, like, for example, this right here reminds me of Myrtle's Plantation. So if you've ever been to one of these homes, these older homes, this is exactly, it's exactly correct, right? This is a nice period house. I mean, man, this reminds me so much of the Myrtle's Plantation right here. Really, it does. And also, like, right off the bat, seeing Alexandra Daddario in here. Yeah, so I'm already kind of sucked in and going, hey, what is this going to be about?
Really? That house is famous for its witches.
What?
What?
Tell me about Daniel Emily.
His death had nothing to do with me.
But you were there.
So right off the bat, I love this setup. You know, they've sort of dropped the bomb about witches in this house. So now you're wondering, you've got witches in your back of your mind, and you see this person, she's being interviewed by someone. Maybe it's a therapist or something, who knows, kind of what I'm getting from it. And they're asking about the death of someone that she was kind of looking right at, she was real close to. Maybe she was feeling threatened by this person. You see her eyes closed, you see her eyes open. He freaking drops dead, apparently. So let's just watch that again.
His death had nothing to do with me.
He's grabbing his head. Again, like, there's something going on there, and maybe she's got powers and doesn't realize it. Again, I don't know anything about this series. Just speaking off the cuff here.
But you were there.
I don't understand anything that's happening.
This is interesting here from the executive producer of Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. Now, that's not a guarantee of quality, all right? This is encouraging. By no means is this a slam dunk, though.
The town of Mask exists to investigate the unexplained.
I'm assigned to observe the Mayfair.
Your gift is the strongest thing I've ever felt.
So that was cool. I really liked this little flashback right here. So let's watch that again.
The unexplained.
I love this little flashback. I love the effect that they're using. It's almost like a smoke effect, or like piercing through a bubble effect. And you're getting to see into the past. You see, looks like a woman who's been hanged. And you have another woman who's looking, or possibly a man, but you have another person who's looking. So it looks like a lynching to me is what it looks like, which of course is, an unfortunate thing that did happen, right? It's an unfortunate part of history.
To observe the Mayfair.
Again, the smoke effect, I actually like it. Maybe it's not perfect in terms of VFX, but I did find it pretty convincing overall. So I actually like that effect.
Your gift is the strongest thing I've ever felt.
I love that he grabbed her hand and then almost like he felt overwhelmed by it, and they're using the voiceover there as well. So everything is coming together to kind of give you an idea of that Alexandra Daddario has some powers.
Do all the Mayfairs have
And not just some, but she's like mega powered, right?
gifts?
There is something, a being. He's connected with your family.
He can take different forms.
So they're talking about some sort of entity in the house that's connected to the Mayfairs. And I just found that, like, I like this little scene. What I liked about this is just the whole, obviously, like the entity has a will and is basically telling this person, no, it's not your time, and I'm not going to allow you to do this. That's what I'm getting from the scene.
He's connected
right?
with your family.
The entity refuses to allow her
You can
to
take
do this, and then goes so far as to open that window or those doors a little more, as if to provide the hint, like, hey, go back inside the house, all right? Seriously, this isn't going to happen right now.
Forms.
Okay, the classic creepy someone behind the shower curtain in the bathtub. Now, if that's not her and she's like in the bathroom and seeing this, yeah, that would freak me the F out. I guarantee you that would freak my shit out.
He might start to visit you.
And then you see her and you see her walking up to the shower curtain. She sees what I see. She sees someone behind there. She's going to open it up. Nobody's going to be there. Or she's going to open it up and total jump scare. Either way, that scenes like that just, I don't know, they suck me in. Unfortunate that I got to wait until the end of the year to watch this, though. Let's talk about Harry Hamlin. So the first time I watched this, I completely missed that this was Harry Hamlin. And I was like, wow, okay, Harry Hamlin. So one of the things I like is I like when they bring out these old actors who I remember from my childhood and from watching them in different shows. So let's talk about Harry Hamlin. Of course, Harry Hamlin is in a couple of my most favorite shows ever. One being Clash of the Titans. So if you don't remember, I'm not talking about the recent Clash of the Titans. I'm talking about the OG Clash of the Titans. This one here, you can see Harry Hamlin definitely in his youth, in his prime, playing Perseus, and it was just a fantastic role for him. It was great fantasy, and back in the day when they were using a lot of live action in combination with stop motion. And for the time, it was fantastic. I absolutely loved this movie. Now, the other thing that Harry Hamlin is well known for is this show called L.A. Law. He played Michael Cusack. Now, I watched the hell out of this show. Probably watched almost all the seasons. It had a good 8-year run, so that's pretty good. And let me tell you the people who are in this. So Corbin Burnson played Arnie Becker. Jill Eikenberry. These were huge people at the time. Alan, I can't remember how to pronounce his name. Rackins. He played Doug Brackman Jr. Michael Tucker played Stuart Markowitz, and I think he was married to Ann Kelsey in this. They were an item. Leland McKenzie, of course, Richard Dysart, Susan Rattan was in it, Blair Underwood was in it, Larry Drake was in it. Susan Day, I mean, massive, massive heartthrob. Look at her. She was absolutely stunning as DDA. Grace Van Owen, Jimmy Smits was in this, and of course, Harry Hamlin. John Spencer was in this. Now, you may know John Spencer from another show that is quite popular, The West Wing, a little show that he did. But you can see some powerhouse cast in that show. So just wanted to do that little call out to LA Law. And I'm honestly excited to see Harry Hamlin in something new.
Comes in many forms.
Like we got a coven here.
Redeem her soul from evil, oh Lord!
So to me, that looked like a flashback almost, because like she was also seeing into the past. Maybe not, but just given some of the other stuff that we've seen, this makes me think that this is like she's experiencing something from the past. I don't know if she is or not, but that's just that's the feel that I get from this. It's a little gnarly though, so.
Use the power that's rightly yours.
Wondering about this key, don't know anything about it, but now I'm like, what's with the key? What's with this key? We see the entity, we see, little flash, and I thought that was like a little cool effect. I mean, it's nothing that special. It's not that hard to do. And then you've got Alexandria Daddario with her friggin' eyes that just kind of pierce through you. I don't know what it is, but there's something like I've seen her in like the first thing I probably remember her from is the Percy Jackson franchise. The Percy Jackson movies. The first one that I saw, of course, The Lightning Thief. Not necessarily a great adaptation. It was okay, and I'm not going to pretend like the acting or the direction was the best in this movie. I would say like Alexandra Daddario as Annabeth did a good job. I just don't think that the writing and the directing and the acting overall, probably because of the writing directing, was not just super stellar. And then, of course, I didn't really like the Sea of Monsters. One of the things that pissed me off about Sea of Monsters is they changed people out. And I was just like, why are we changing out characters? Really? Like, it's literally 3 years later when this thing came out. And I'm like, why did you change out characters? It was irritating, some of the characters that they changed out. And I just didn't understand why. I mean, maybe the actors didn't want to come back. Who knows? But getting back to Alexandria Daddario, like she, I don't know, man. Something about like her has always like been interesting to me, and sort of like the roles that she takes. I think maybe she's kind of an underrated actress, and so I'm hoping that this is kind of like maybe a big role for her that gets her a little more recognition and more notice. But we'll see.
Are you frightened of you?
Shouldn't I be?
He serves you, not the other way around.
So that was fascinating too. The whole he serves you, not the other way around. And I found that intriguing, that this whole time you're thinking of this entity, or you think of entities or hauntings as, you know, maybe something in a building that you can't control. But in this case, this entity, whatever it is, ghost or whatever, because she's a witch, maybe she can control it. That's an interesting twist.
You know you're special, don't you? Can you?
And so again, given this a period type dress, this is like a dress from the 30s. It's again making me wonder how much of this show is taking place in the present, and how much of what we're seeing in this trailer is flashing back and her experience in the past, which I think is a very cool thing to do in a television show. So again, another thing that's intriguing me with this.
Go ahead.
So again, don't know anything about Anne Rice's Mayfair Witches. I've never read anything by Anne Rice. So if this is a book and it's a very popular book, I actually don't know. But what I can say is it's interesting that it's coming out on AMC Plus. AMC Plus seems to have a thing for witch shows. And if you don't know what I'm talking about A Discovery of Witches, which was also on AMC Plus. And just another show about witches that I thoroughly enjoyed. This was like 3, maybe 4 seasons. And I thought it was a good show. You can see it's actually got a pretty good rating here. It's a 7.9 out of 10. And I would agree with that rating. I wouldn't give it a perfect score. I don't give any shows a perfect score, but I would give it an 8 or a 9. I'm in that range. I'm definitely in that ballpark. You get 8.3 seems like a really good score for this. All right, so that is Anne Rice's Mayfair Witches trailer. What did you think about this? Are you interested in this show? I think I'm actually going to watch this show and probably do some reviews of it because I'm kind of excited. Plus, it'll be January, so it'll be something new to watch in the new year. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. In the meantime, if you want to continue to smash a narrative, then please click the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Currently pushing for 1,000 subscribers. Every subscription counts, so if you're enjoying the content, please do subscribe. That's all I have for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.